10-0 at the Raiders.
I'll be probably at that game because I just moved to Las Vegas and I'm ingrained in the soil here. So in that game, and since I'm attending that game, they're not going to lose.
All right. Hey, home for the Niners now.
Who are the Niners? Do they have an identity anymore? I don't think so. I mean, Brock Purdy, that's
Radio 96.7 interrupts our regular programming to bring you this special high school sports presentation.
Swings and drives into left center. Wilson streaks around second. Wilson coming up. Here's the sees. Tied. Pitch to Maya Bunyan. Square to point. Puts it down first base side. Play to the plate. The squeeze. Scores Matty Bogan. And the Sharon Tigers have in spectacular stopping fashion 2-1.
This is Sports Radio 96.7, and this is high school sports at its very best. Today's game is brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency, Lock, Stock, and Barrel, Shell Restoration, Warner's Homes and Improvements, St. Paul's in Greenville. UPMC Orthopedic Care is Mercer and Lawrence County's local choice for sports medicine services. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, Attorney Bill Motor, Mercer County State Bank, Mancino's Driving School, Herman's Water, Vay's Pub and Grill, Hermitage Rotary Club. If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail. DK Auto LLC in Grove City, and the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts all season on News Talk 790 WPIC on Sports Radio 96.7. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all our high school sports broadcasts.
Now, let's go live to the field for today's pregame show on Sports Radio 96.7.
And we are live this afternoon.
DuBois for the state Heindl Field in DuBois for the state quarterfinals in Class 3A softball. Hi, everybody. Ryan Briggs.
Greenburg. We are here for Sharon and Susquenita. Bob, should be a lot of fun today. Two teams that have had outstanding seasons. Two teams who have their sights set on getting to Penn State in 8 days for the state championship. Really, this feels like a state championship caliber matchup here in the quarterfinals today.
Yeah, the 24-25 high school sports season started back in mid-August, and now we're down to our final team in Mercer County, the sensational Sharon Tigers softball team, and they hold the hopes and banners of Mercer County right now. And you're right. Talk to both coaches, and you'll hear from them. This could be a state championship game, considering Susquenita undefeated. They're out of District 3. They crossed over into the Western bracket, and we know how great Sharon has been all year as well. So big-time game, big-time opponent. Should be a fun afternoon of softball.
Sharon, the District 10 champions. The Tigers made the state semifinals last year. Susquenita has been a power in District 3 in recent years as well. Should be a good one today. A lot of people wearing orange and black as well. The school colors are identical. Both teams, you see a lot of people wearing items with S's on it for Susquenita or Sharon. And I think, Bob, very appropriate because these two teams in a lot of ways are very, very similar.
Yeah, no question about it. Both got great pitching, great hitting, solid defense. Both have not had a lot of experience lately in this state tournament. Sharon, of course, last year. We'll talk about that in our pregame show. But these are two teams that have high goals, and they both want to get to Penn State, and they know they have to win here today to at least make it one step closer to do that.
Sharon and Susquenita in the state quarterfinals here at Heindl Field in DuBois on a warm and humid day. Wind has been picking up, blowing out to right as well. Could be a factor as this one goes along. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about the teams. Bob had a chance to visit with the head coaches, and we'll also have the Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail starting lineups. More pregame comes up after this on your home for the PIAA playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
Agriculture is more than a business. It's a way of life. My bank understands agriculture. They're local. They're here for the long haul. Agriculture is a business that varies like the weather. That's why I need a financial partner I can grow with, in good times and bad, weather or not.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
The Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. Two firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us at confluencefp.com. Confluence Wealth Services Inc. DBA Confluence Financial Partners is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADV Part 2A and Form CRS for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risks at confluencefp.com.
My car does more than take me from here to there, and I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York. An equal opportunity insurer.
Consolidate bills, fund home improvements, or cover everyday expenses with a home equity loan from your friends at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help you navigate life's opportunities and challenges. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with zero closing costs until May 31st. Apply online at GCAFCU.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. That's GCAFCU.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Member of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
We are back here at Heindl Field in DuBois. Ryan Briggs along with Bob Greenburg here. Our video coverage on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live brought to you by American Legion Post number 299 in Sharon. We thank them for their support throughout this postseason run for the Sharon softball team. They're also on board with us when Chris Birch and I were in kind of these parts. We went to Huntington back in basketball season when the Sharon boys basketball team played Berks Catholic in the state quarterfinal round. Sharon girls today obviously hoping to advance to the semifinals. But again, thanks to American Legion Post 299. Sharon, Bob, a team that high expectations certainly coming into this season, and the Tigers certainly, they have lived up to them and then some.
No question about it. It's been a spectacular year for the Tigers, winning back-to-back District 10 championships, becoming the first Mercer County team ever to do that on the softball side. Sharon winning their first and second in school history the last 2 years. And it all starts with their sensational sophomore pitcher, Maddie Vogan. I read a preview in Penn Live today, and it says it's like a video game numbers for Maddie Vogan. We've been saying it for years. And for the last 2 years, Maddie Vogan, 22-0 this year as a pitcher, 122 innings pitched, 284 strikeouts. She has 7 no-hitters. She's given up just 5 earned runs in 22 games. And if that's not enough, she has 15 home runs this year, 29 in her career. She's only a sophomore. She leads off. She's the pitcher. And we saw on Monday, she was huge in that come-from-behind victory in the bottom of the 7th.
And Vogan, of course, the sophomore, as you said, the pitching numbers. If you look at the pitching numbers, you say, wow. You look at the hitting numbers, wow. But then it's the same player doing both. I mean, what a fabulous season she has had. But Sharon, far from a one-woman team. This is a team that has some youth in the outfield, freshmen that haven't played like freshmen, a steady, rock-solid presence at third base in Claire Bodine, who was the big bopper in the lineup for the first couple years until Maddie Vogan came along. You think of the catching with Mary Claire Brown behind the plate, her rock-solid presence, Chloe Pagliarini at shortstop, who does everything you want in a good shortstop. This is a really, really solid all-around team that the Sharon Tigers are trotting out there.
Yeah, you mentioned the 3 freshman outfielders. They energized this team coming in this year. They have the senior experience. Claire Bodine, of course, going to Penn State Barron, was the all-time career home run leader in school history for about 2 months. She has 17, and then her teammate passed her. And then Delaney Bear also a solid infield. This is a Sharon team. They made a few mistakes Monday, a couple errors, and Dave Bodine acknowledges the fact that Normally, you may not survive games at this stage making those type of errors. If Sharon does that again here today, they could be in trouble.
Especially against a Susquenita team that is 22-0. Certainly a very solid pitching with Ayanna Fleischer. She's 16-0 this year, 110 strikeouts in 85 2/3 innings. But it starts with this lineup, 1 through 9, as potent a lineup as you'll find in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, unbelievable. And it's almost like, is this a mistake? Are these stats true? And they are. Their team batting combined 477. They have one starter today batting under 400. So you got the ultimate matchup here today. Maybe the best hitting team in Pennsylvania against maybe the best pitcher in Pennsylvania. It's an extremely intriguing matchup.
And you mentioned the player under 400. That's Emma Massey. She's hitting 391.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so you're not far off. She's a hit or two away from being there as well. Ayanna Fleischer, we mentioned her pitching. 7 home runs, 33 runs batted in, hitting 567. Then Tierney Stumpfley, 548 average, 6 home runs, team leading 42 runs batted in. This is a team that has put up runs left and right all season, running roughshod through the Tri-Valley Athletic Association, going 12-0 in conference play this year. The one thing that you don't know how it's going to play out, Susquenita really only two close games this year. 2-0 win over Kutztown in the District 3 title game, and a 4-0 win over Upper Dauphin on April 9th. If this game is a relatively tight game, how will Susquenita react? Because there have been so many one-sided games this year. I think it's something that we may certainly keep an eye on.
No question about it. The umpires are meeting with the captains as we are just under 10 minutes away from first pitch here today of the big game between Sharon and Susquenita.
When we come back, Bob will visit with the head coaches as he's talked with Susquenita skipper Rodney Reed and Sharon head coach Dave Bodine. We'll also have the starting lineups and first pitch coming up from DuBois on your home for the PIAA playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
Cardiology Care, Shenango Valley Cardiology Consultants, part of Meadville Medical Center, is here for you. Serving Mercer County and Ohio, our expert providers offer dedicated heart health services at 2999 Innovation Way in Hermitage, Pennsylvania, and 880 West Liberty Street in Hubbard, Ohio. For appointments, call 724-983-1800 for Hermitage or 330-269-1916 for Hubbard. More info at nmchs.org. Choose Shenango Valley Cardiology Consultants.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Welcome back. Countdown to the first pitch. Sharon Susquenita. PIAA State quarterfinals here this afternoon. Being joined by head coach Dave Bodine of the Sharon Tigers. And coach, the road continues here this afternoon. It's been a spectacular season. Just tell us what you're thinking.
Yeah, we're just thankful to be here, blessed to be here, especially in the way we won the other night and the excitement it created. And, we're excited for the opportunity.
How long did it take you to calm down after that win the other night?
Yeah, we went to dinner. I didn't eat. So probably the next morning, and then shifting through all the text messages and emails and everything for support and congratulations. So that was really cool as well. And just thankful for the community and all the support they've given us.
Obviously, it wasn't a clean performance by Sharon. You got to be a little bit thankful you guys survived that game.
Yeah, you don't usually get out of those at this level when you play like that the last inning and a half. And fortunately, like I said, Maddie was able to keep us in it, and we had some things go our way. We have to be much cleaner today to be successful.
How much do you work on bunting every day?
Yeah, every day. We hit every day. We bunt every day. We do, 45 minutes to an hour of defense, but we make sure we hit every day when we practice. And the bunting thing is more so Coach McFan, Amy McFan and Irisha, they run that station, but it's a big emphasis for us.
You've taken on obviously a great team today, undefeated, Susquenita. What do you know about them? What are the concerns?
Yeah, I mean, we just, look at the stuff on Max Preps and look at the stats, things like that. So you're not super familiar with them, but obviously a really good season, 22-0, 2 really good pitchers, a good offensive team. So, we'll see when we get into the game how they want to attack us and the strategy we'll use to attack them, but we know it's going to be a battle.
A couple keys today for Sharon to win.
We can start with making sure that we execute with runners in scoring position, and moving runners and getting them across the plate, not just on bases. And then defensively, we just have to make the plays behind Maddie, and hopefully she's as dominant as she's been all year in the circle, and, hopefully that'll work out for us.
Dave Bodine, best of luck.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate everything.
All right, Dave Bodine, head coach of the Sharon Tigers. We'll come back. More countdown to the first pitch. Sharon Susquenita, right here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you'd swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Countdown to the first pitch. Sharon Susquenita joining us now with Rodney Reed of Susquenita Blackhawks. And Coach, it's been an incredible year. With everything you've accomplished, what makes you most proud?
How hard the girls are working and how they're buying into this program and just practicing hard, playing hard, have each other's backs, clicking at the right time.
What's the strength of your team? Is it hitting, pitching, defense, or all the above?
I'm going to go with all the above. Pitching is great. Dayana and Raylan both threw great this year. Our hitting, great. And our defense has been really stellar.
As you look back the last couple of years, you fell a little bit short. What's different with this year's team?
They're playing as one team this year. The seniors came together, and they're playing as one.
What do you hope to see out of your team this afternoon?
A lot of runs. A lot of runs and good defense, good pitching. It's going to be a great battle. This is going to be two good teams. This could be the state championship game. You never know.
How much do you know about Sharon, and what are the concerns?
I don't know a lot about them other than they got a great record. A little bit about their pitcher. Good pitcher, good hitter. So I told the girls last night we're going to play our game. It's the only game we know.
Coach, best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Rodney Reed, head coach of Susquenita. We'll come back. Minuteman press starting lineups and the first pitch. Sharon Susquenita state quarterfinals right here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Confluence Wealth Services Inc., DBA Confluence Financial Partners, is an SEC-registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADV Part 2A, Form CRS, for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risks at confluencefp.com.
Imagine a bathroom that's not just a room, but a sanctuary. At Warner's Homes and Improvements, they believe in taking the time to get it right. That's why they are proud to introduce their bathroom installation service, where done in a day is a thing of the past. Experience the difference of a bathroom designed for you, not the clock. Visit Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or at warnerconstruction.com. Warner's Homes and Improvements, where your bathroom is our masterpiece. Don't rush perfection.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7. From the Shell Restoration Studios, shellrestoration.com. This is Sports Radio 96.7. Sports Radio 96.7. WLLF FM Mercer, Cumulus Media Station.
All right, and we are, there we go, and we are here at DuBois getting ready for the first pitch. The starting lineups brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Male of Hermitage for Susquenita. Leading off is the shortstop Braylon Prince. Center fielder Caden Brandt will bat second. Ayanna Fleischer hits third. She's the pitcher. Lena Beckenbaugh will bat fourth and catch. First baseman Tierney Stumpfley at first base hits fifth. Esther Feltenberger, the right fielder, will hit sixth. Addison Fritz at third base will hit seventh. Emma Massey, the second baseman, hits eighth, with Kyla Fleischer in left field batting ninth. Again for Susquenita, Prinz, Brandt, Ayanna Fleischer, Beckenbaugh, Stumpfley, Feltenberger, Fritz, Massey, and Kyla Fleischer.
And what a great job by the game manager, Pete Greco, making sure this game starts exactly at 1 o'clock. Held up the game 1 minute. I like it.
And the first pitch of the afternoon from Maddie Vogan is a ball to Braylon Prinz, who comes in and hitting an even 400, 3 home runs, and 20 runs batted in this season. The 1-0 foul up the first base side, then it is 1-1.
I talked with Dave Bodine on Monday, asked how fast does Maddie Vogan throw the ball? And he said she's been timed up to about 66 miles an hour, which would translate, if you're curious, about 95 miles an hour on a baseball field. So this is a top speed that you're going to see at this level.
1-1 misses low, 2-1. The Sharon defense, it is Maddie Vogan doing the pitching, Mary Claire Brown catching. Claire Bodine at first, Delaney Bayer at second, Maya Bundrant at third, Chloe Pagliarini at short, outfield left to right, Alana Wilson, Addie McFan, and Marley Bundrant. 2-1 fouled straight back, good cut from Prinz. It's now 2-2 on the leadoff batter for the Blackhawks, Braylon Prinz.
Our first appearance for me here at Heindl Field, just an amazing complex here in DuBois. My goodness, we'll talk about it as we get a chance.
2-2 misses a bit high on Prinz, and it's now 3-2 on the first batter of the game.
This all artificial turf field has unique dimensions Briggs will get into in a moment.
It is asymmetrical. Payoff pitch fouled off a screen on the first base side. 197 to left, 218 to left center, 217 to right center, 201 to right. But it's 197 down the left field line, but it goes out, it juts out pretty quickly. Kind of like a PNC Park's left field. Another payoff pitch from Maddie Vogan on the way to Prinz. Here it comes. And that one misses inside. It's a leadoff walk to Prinz. Vogan on the season only with 17 walks on the season, but of course she walked 4 against Hickory in the district semifinals, and she issues a leadoff walk to Prinz. And that'll bring up Caden Brandt, the center fielder. Lefty batter Brandt.
478 this year.
Puts down the bunt up the third baseline, and it is foul.
Brandt batting 478, no home runs, 17 RBIs. And Prinz and Brandt, the 1-2 hitters, also speedsters on the bases.
Each with 16 steals. They share the team lead. The 0-1 fouled off. It's now 0-2 on Caden Brandt.
Not easy. If you're trying to directional bunt, that's never normally easy, but then you're trying to directional bunt against somebody with the speed like Maddie Vogan. It's challenging.
0-2 from Vogan. Misses away, runner on the move. Brown's throw down is late, and it's a stolen base for Braylon Prinz, her team leading 17th steal of the season, and a runner in scoring position here in the top of the first for Susquenita.
So a good start here early on for the Blackhawks.
The count 1-2, swing and a miss. Maddie Vogan gets strikeout number 1. First out of the afternoon, that brings up Ayanna Fleischer. Hitting .567 this year, 7 home runs, 33 runs batted in. A slugging percentage, Bob, over 1,000.
Strikeout number 285 on the season as well for Maddie Vogan.
Facing her opposite number, and the first pitch is a strike at the belt, 0-1 on the right-hand hitting Fleischer. Very gifted 3-sport athlete, 1,000-point scorer in basketball. The 0-1 is foul out of play on the first base side. It is 0-2.
Yeah, Heindl Field, they have 3 press boxes, climate-controlled press boxes, restrooms all over the place, and something I've never seen before at the high school level. They have restrooms in the dugouts for the players and the coaches.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Vogan, now 2 away, and Prince still out at second. That'll bring up Lena Beckenbaugh. The catcher hitting .492, no home runs, and 26 runs batted in.
And that was that riser there that is difficult, to say the least, to connect on.
First one to the left-hand hitting catcher is high for a ball. 1-0 on Lena Beckenbaugh. Beckenbaugh, lefty batter, even stance. Takes that one high, now 2-0. Susquenita opened state playoff play with a victory over Phillipsburg Osceola out of District 6. A mercy rule victory, 11-0. Beckenbaugh went 1 for 2, knocked in 2 of the runs for the Blackhawks. 2-0, foul straight back. It's now 2-1.
Is that our first result of the day? Neshannock, the Lancers continue their amazing streak. They win 5-3 over Chestnut Ridge, team that Sharon beat last year in the state playoffs.
Sharon's last 2 state playoff opponents last year in Class 3A, neither in 3A this year. We'll touch on that in a moment. Vogan's 2-1. Swing and a miss, now 2-2. Chestnut Ridge dropping to 2A. Harbor Creek, the defending state champs in 3A, moved up to 4A and, of course, lost to Fort LaBeouf in the district title game. And LaBeouf's still alive in interdistrict play, playing Hampton in a noon start at Allegheny. 2-2. This is line to center. It's a base hit. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Beckenbaugh on her way to second with a stand-up double. Prinz scores, and Susquenita has a 1-0 lead.
Lena Beckenbaugh with a big-time hit, a rope to basically right center field, couple hops to the fence, and the Blackhawks of Susquenita have taken a 1-0 lead here over Sharon in the top of the first.
And we're going to have a courtesy runner out at second base for the catcher. It's going to be Callie Brous, who's done this a lot this year. She scored 31 runs this year.
I'd like to say hello to the Sharon teachers. They are all congregated at Vay's Pub and Grill right now, watching our broadcast, and they're not cheering right now as Sharon has fallen behind 1-0.
First pitch to Tierney Stumpfley is taken low for a ball. Stumpfley, .548 average, 6 home runs, and a team leading 42 runs batted in. Pretty good way to spend the last day of school, isn't it?
I would agree.
The 1-0. Check swing, and batter Stumpfley held up. So it is 2-0 on the number 5 batter in the Susquenita order. Vogan, the righty, deals. Fouled straight back, good cut. And it's now 2-1 on Stumpfley.
They always say, Briggsy, old staple of softball or baseball, you never want to walk the leadoff batter. And that's what Maddie Vogan did, and has come back to bite the Tigers in his first inning.
2-1. Misses a bit low. Now 3-1. Perhaps a break for Susquenita, and it's now 3-1. Third baseman Bundrent hugging the line about a step behind the bag. Outfield straightaway, normal depth. 3-1 chopped left side. Grab by Bundrent, throws over to Bodine, and that will end the inning. Susquenita grabs the early lead, however. The 2-out double from Beckenbaugh scoring Prinz. For Susquenita, a run, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We've played half an inning in the state quarterfinals in DuBois. It's Susquenita 1, Sharon coming to bat on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh,
Nope, I'm a real person. Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours. Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
Choose exceptional care with Dr. Douglas McKay, MD, an esteemed gynecologist based in Mercer. With over 20 years of experience and recognized for his compassionate approach, Dr. McKay is a trusted name in women's health. Dr. McKay is now accepting new patients for his office located at 551 Greenville Road, Mercer. Call 724-662-4155 to schedule an appointment. Discover more about Dr. McKay's expertise and the services he offers by visiting mmchs.org.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Getting ready to start the bottom of the first, the Sharon order. Maddie Vogan will lead off. Marley Bundrant batting second. Claire Bodine hitting third. First pitch is inside. Get you a look at the Sharon lineup. Claire Bodine third. Addie McFan in center field hitting cleanup. Maya Bundrant at third base hits fifth. Chloe Pagliarini will bat sixth. At shortstop, Delaney Bayer, the second baseman, hitting seventh. Mary Claire Brown, the catcher, hitting eighth, with Alana Wilson batting ninth in left field. And the 1-0 is inside. 2-0 now on Maddie Vogan.
Batting .636 this year, 15 home runs, 43 RBIs, 29 career home runs as a sophomore.
2-0 is looped out of the left field. It's a base hit. Vogan with a single to left. And now Sharon has the leadoff batter on. It'll bring up Marley Bundrant, the right fielder, hitting in the number 2 spot, hitting .525 this year. 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in.
So good start here for Maddie Vogan. And now what? We have an issue at the plate, the first base?
First base apparently is not quite secured in the field as well as it's supposed to be.
Now Marley Bundrant batting, the freshman, .525 this year, batting 2 home runs, 19 RBIs. See if the Tigers can get that run back.
Third baseman Fritz creeping in from third. First pitch is lined, fielded on a hop of the second baseman. The 4-6 double play. They get the lead runner Vogan as Massey flipped it over to Prins, the relay late. It is a fielder's choice, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, really nice turn there by Susquenita. Massey to Prins. The second base umpire was almost in the way a little bit. He was close to the, as Prins was turning, he had to kind of back out of the way, just a little bit too close, I think.
Brings up Claire Bodine, the left-hand hitting first baseman, .464 average, 4 homers, and 34 runs batted in. And she takes the first one, a strike, the top of the zone, according to home plate umpire Corey Thomas. It's 0-1.
Fleischer this year 16-0, 85 2/3 innings, giving up 17 earned runs, 1.39 ERA, 110 strikeouts, 18 walks. Big-time pitcher as well.
0-1 chopped on the left side. Grab by the third baseman Fritz, double clutches, throws to second, and safe is the call. Bundrant beat it out. So Bodine will reach on the fielder's choice, and it's first and second with 1 down.
Yeah, the infield a little slow to cover second base. And Fritz had to double clutch there, couldn't throw the ball, and a big break there for the Tigers. So they have first and second here with 1 out here in the bottom of the first, trailing 1-0.
Brings up the right-hand hitting center fielder Addie McFan. First pitch is inside on the rookie McFan, who's hitting .433, no home runs, and 18 runs batted in. She is 6 for 12 in the playoffs.
One reason why she's batting cleanup now.
1-0 misses inside, 2-0. Marley Bundrant at second, Bodine the trail runner at first. 1-0 Susquenita with the lead, but Sharon a chance to answer here in the home half of the first.
Yeah, Addie was batting fifth for a while.
2-0 is high, 3-0. McFan, she has family in from Arizona for the game. Aunt Annie and her family back in from Arizona. Wonder how they like this humidity.
She had enough of watching us, apparently.
The 3-0 is high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. A 4-pitch walk to Addie McFan, and that will bring up Maya Bundrant. Bundrant hitting .368, no home runs, 20 runs batted in. Had the game-winning run batted in against South Park Monday.
A bunt they talked about for probably 48 hours down in Sharon. Here, Dave Bodine in our post-game or pregame today said they went to meal after. He didn't even eat. He was so excited. He couldn't even eat.
Him not eating, that says something.
I didn't say that.
Well, Dave's a longtime friend. Bouncer on the right side, and it hit the runner. That hit McFan right in the knee.
Plays dead.
So it will be a base hit officially, but the runners all have to go back. It's a dead ball, and now a bases loaded single does not score a run.
That is one for the Ripley's, believe it or not. And a bad break there for the Tigers, as I'm not sure what would have happened there, but I think pretty safe to say Sharon would have scored a run for sure if it doesn't hit McFan. So the bases are still loaded here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first, and Chloe Pagliarini is batting.
Pagliarini pops the first one back out of play behind us. It is 0-1.
With Bundren's speed, there's no way they get a double play there. So that's a bad break for the Tigers. Could have had this game tied.
Instead, it remains 1-0 Susquenita. The 0-1 off-speed pitch. Misses a bit low. 1-1 on Chloe Pagliarini. Pagliarini, .295 average, no home runs, 21 runs batted in. Went 1 for 2 against South Park Monday. 1-1 is high, 2-1. Wind blowing from left to right. Good crowd on hand here at DuBois. A lot of orange and black. School colors of both teams. 2-1. Fouled straight back. Another good cut from Pagliarini, but the count is 2-2 as Ayanna Fleischer looks to work out of this mess.
1-0 here. Bottom of the first. Susquenita, undefeated Susquenita, and once beaten Sharon in a quarterfinal matchup.
2-2 off-speed pitch. Called strike 3. Caught the outside corner. And that will end the inning. The first strikeout for Fleischer, and it comes at a big time. For Sharon, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and the Tigers leave them loaded. We've played 1 in this state quarterfinal in DuBois. Susquenita leads Sharon 1-0 on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
Clinic. The clinic will be held on Saturday and Sunday, June 7th and 8th, inside Sharon High School's gymnasium. Each day, patients will be seen on a first-come, first-served basis, starting at 6 a.m., and all services will be provided at no cost and no ID required. Save the date, June 7th and 8th, to be seen by a dental professional for exams, cleanings, fillings, extractions, and oral hygiene instruction, all for free at Sharon High School. Patients, be prepared for a potential extended waiting period.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Welcome back to DuBois. Ryan Briggs and Bob Greenburg with you today on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live. Today's video brought to you by American Legion Post 299 of Sharon. 6, 7, and 8 due, and Esther Feltenberger swinging at the first pitch. Hits a bouncer to Delaney Bayer. 1 pitch, 1 out here in inning number 2.
So Sharon had the bases loaded and get an infield single and do not score a run. That is one that Briggsy will be posting about long into the weekend, I'm sure, to tease some of his followers how that happened.
It is an unusual play. The putout was recorded 4 unassisted for those who are keeping score at home. And the first pitch high to Addison Fritz, ball 1. Fritz, the third baseman, hitting 7th. Fritz, .429 average, 1 home run, and 30 runs batted in. The 1-0 swing and a miss, now 1-1. Fritz this year, career highs in average, runs, hits, runs batted in, doubles, and homers this year. She's had a couple games in which she's knocked in 4 runs this year against Littlestown back on March 14th, then against Greenwood in Tri-Valley Athletic Association action May 1st. Game 1 of a doubleheader that the Blackhawks won 20-0. The 1-1 misses away, 2-1 now on Fritz. Two-1 fouled straight back. It's 2-2.
This Susquenita team, they score a lot of runs and don't give up many runs.
They do not. They are a powerful lineup and pretty good pitching and defense, too. 2-2, swing and a miss. Fritz tardy on that one, and Strikeout number 3 for Maddie Vogan. 2 down for Emma Massey, the second baseman. Massey, .391 average, 1 home run, and 19 runs batted in.
That was outside corner, and Fritz had no choice but to swing and had no chance. Tough pitch there.
First one is high for a ball, 1-0 on Massey. Vogan winds and deals, and the 1-0's in there for a strike, 1-1. Sharon in the black jerseys, white numbers and letters outlined in orange and white trim with the white pants and black socks. Susquenita, the white jerseys with pinstripes, orange numbers and letters outlined in black, and black socks for the Blackhawks. 1-1. Strike at the very top of the zone, 1-2.
I posted the team pictures yesterday of the two teams in their uniforms, and you really couldn't tell them apart. Their colors are very close. The uniforms are close. Pretty amazing.
1-2 from Vogan. Swing and a miss. Her second strikeout of the inning, fourth of the afternoon, and a 1-2-3 inning for Sharon. Zeros across for Susquenita. We go to the bottom of the second. Blackhawks lead Sharon 1-0 on your home for the PIAA softball playoffs. Sports Radio 96.7.
867.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your local Erie agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
We go to the bottom of the second. Sharon has the bottom third of the order due. Delaney Bayer, Mary Claire Brown, and Alana Wilson. Tigers trailing 1-0. Of course, our starting lineups were brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail. We had those in our pregame. And our video, as always, brought to you by American Legion Post 299 of Sharon.
Dave Kurth and the folks there have been fantastic. Great supporters of the community and great supporters of our video broadcasts here this past year.
Delaney Bayer leading off, the number 7 hitter in the order, and she takes strike 1 from Fleischer. On the season, Bayer hitting .226, no home runs, and 11 runs batted in. Bayer, big 2-run double against Northwestern in the District 10 championship game. 0-1 foul tip, and it's now 0-2 on Bayer.
One of the 3 seniors on this team that will have to hustle back for commencement tonight at Sharon. Claire Bodine and Chloe Pagliarini and Delaney are the 3 seniors.
3/4 of the starting infield. This one popped in foul territory, and making the catch near the first base coach's box is Tierney Stumpfley for out number 1. Bayer fouls out. That brings up Mary Claire Brown, the catcher. 176 average this year, no home runs, and 10 runs batted in.
I got a suggestion for the Sharon School District because playoff games are always on a Thursday. Graduation's always on a Thursday. Maybe the next 2 years with all this players coming back, maybe move the date of the graduation one day.
First pitch is inside to Brown. That means they have to end summer vacation a day early.
Well, they could figure it out. I'm just saying, and it would move it to Wednesday, yes, or Friday. Friday could have a rain out.
1-0's in there for a strike, 1-1.
Mary Claire has caught every one of Maddie Vogan's strikeouts in her illustrious career. Over 500 recently.
1-1, chopped back towards the circle. Fleischer to the third base side. Up with it, throws over to Stumpfley at first in time. Brown is retired for out number 2. 2 down for Alana Wilson, the freshman left fielder hitting .216. No home runs and 6 runs batted in. Wilson's been in a bit of a late season funk 0 for her last 12.
Kind of went in this game thinking it was going to be very tight. One play or 2 could be the difference, and we've already seen a couple plays, leadoff walk and then a double, and then a runner being hit by the ball, costing Sharon a run, and just a couple things here early on have not gone the Tigers' way.
The 1-0 inside nearly clipped Wilson, who spun out of the way, and the count is 2-0 on Wilson with the ever-dangerous Madeline Vogan waiting on deck.
Now, you do not want to walk her. Alonda, that is, with Maddie on deck.
Ayanna Fleischer's 2-0 right down the middle for a strike. 2-1 now to Wilson.
Which is what happened on Monday.
Third baseman even with the bag. That's Fritz, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Now 2-2 on Wilson.
Wilson walked and then scored on Vogan's double to tie the game against South Park in the bottom of the 7th.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in inning number 2. And swing and a miss as Wilson tied up by that one. That's the second strikeout of the afternoon for Ayanna Fleischer. Sharon retired in order. We go to the third. Susquenita leading Sharon 1-0 on Sports Radio 96.7.
Water delivery service and enjoy free delivery straight to your doorstep. Whether you need water for your home or office, Herman's delivers premium quality water that's crisp, refreshing, and pure. Make the smart choice today. Experience convenience and hydration like never before. Visit our website at hermanswater.com/free delivery to get started and never worry about running out of water again.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
We are back here at DuBois. Top of the third, Susquenita leading Sharon 1-0, along with Bob Greenburg, Ryan Briggs with you at Heindl Field on a rather sticky Thursday afternoon. Summer has arrived, Bob.
Yeah, we're hearing maybe some weather back in Mercer County coming in here momentarily, but so far so good here in DuBois.
And we have a delay of some sort.
I think the third base coach was not out of the dugout yet.
Okay, now he is ready. Kyla Fleischer will lead off, hitting .508, 2 home runs, 28 runs batted in.
How many batters batting ninth bat over 500? Have you ever seen that?
No, 30 of 59. It's not as if she's 3 for 5 or something. That one popped on the infield. Delaney Bear, the second baseman, is there to record the putout. 1 down and back to the top of the order for Braylon Prinz. Prinz walked, stole second, and scored on the 2-out double by Lena Beckenbaugh. That's the only run of the game so far. 1-0, Blackhawks on top of Sharon.
Vogan has retired 5 in a row now for the Tigers.
First pitch from Vogan misses away, 1-0.
Second time through is always the test. You know, these players from Susquenita get to see the speed of Maddie Vogan once. Now this is the second time through.
1-0 from Vogan. Line down the right field line, but well foul. And it's a ball and a strike on the Susquenita shortstop, Braylon Prinz. Prinz was a member of the Susquenita field hockey team that reached the state quarterfinals last fall in Class 1A. The 1-1 popped left side of the infield. Chloe Pagliarini, the shortstop, will glove it for out number 2, and Prinz retired. That'll bring up Caden Brandt, who struck out back in the first. Brandt, the pinch runner we saw earlier, courtesy runner Browse, Ayanna Fleischer, and Prinz, they were all on that field hockey team. They were all first-team conference, so you wonder how that postseason experience will translate to today. And obviously very good in softball, and also they've been on the bigger stage of the state playoffs. First pitch is a strike to Brandt.
1-0, top of the third. Susquenita leading Sharon here, PIAA softball quarterfinals.
Brandt lines this one foul on the third base side. I believe the count's 0-2, correct?
Yes, I believe.
Left-hand batting Brandt. And swing and a miss. That is another 1-2-3 inning. Strikeout number 5. I think Sharon lost track of how many outs there were, but it is out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left for the Blackhawks. It's the middle of the third in DuBois. Susquenita leads Sharon 1-0. on your home for the PIAA softball playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
Look live. Team at Reed and Daly Associates is the area's #1 income tax service. Reed and Daly built their practice one client at a time and are proud supporters of student athletes, boosters, bands, and other school activities to keep our diverse community moving forward. When it comes to business or taxes, Reed and Daly Associates will fight for you and help you reach the top of your 96.7.
Back here at DuBois Heindl Field, Sharon will have the top of the order do Madeline Vogan, Marley Bondurant, and Claire Bodine. Sharon trailing Susquenita 1-0. Sharon 22-1, Susquenita 22-0. Sharon undefeated against Pennsylvania teams. The only loss was 5-4 to Hubbard, Ohio in Game 2 of a doubleheader back early in the season.
Vogan, 6:36 coming into today's game.
First pitch from Fleischer is a ball high, off-speed pitch, hung high. It's 1-0.
I'd like to say hello to the other teachers at Case Elementary that are staying in to watch the game today as school has just ended.
1-0 fouled off. It's now 1-1. So wherever you may be tuning in today, watching, listening, hope you're enjoying this one. State playoff coverage. Round of 8 across the state in the various classes in baseball and softball. 1-1 to Vogan. This one's punched to left, a base hit. Vogan, pretty much a carbon copy of her first hit. Pair of singles to left. And the leadoff batter is on for the second time in 3 innings. That'll bring up Marley Bondurant, who reached on a fielder's choice in the third.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be pitching inside to Vogan. That was an inside fastball, and Maddie turned on it quickly. Now you wonder, will Dave Bodine bunt here? In the first inning in the same situation, he did not bunt.
Third baseman creeping in, and this one's lined to right, but it will slice foul.
And that answers my question.
One thing that also stands out here, very little foul territory. Certainly a hitter's park.
Yeah, definitely a lot less than Slippery Rock.
The 0-1 on the way. Foul off the netting on the first base side. Sharon occupying the first base dugout. Susquenita on the third base side. That was predetermined. Sharon won the coin flip. That's why Sharon is the home team.
This is the first round that they will use the coin to determine home and away, and they'll do it the rest of the way.
0-2 from Fleischer. Didn't miss by much. 1-2.
Wow, great change up there. Here comes some food. We like that. We like beverages. We like that. Thank you.
You're the color guy. You can eat. I have to stare. I have to watch you eat it. Not that I'm going to wither away, certainly. The 1-2. Roller left side. Fritz Uplet has one play, throws over to first in time to get Bondurant. Vogan goes to second on the play. So the tying run is in scoring position for Claire Bodine. Bodine reached on a fielder's choice, hit one to Fritz, who tried to get the lead runner at second, but after a double clutch, ended up everybody was safe.
So Bondurant getting Vogan over, and now Bodine with her .464 average, 34 RBIs this year. The Penn State Barron commit. Big opportunity here for the Tigers to tie it.
Lefty batter, slightly open stance, and she takes the first one on the outside corner for a strike. Bodine in the playoffs, 9 for 16 with 4 runs batted in.
I posted a stat about Claire, all her career stats, and then it was reminded me she's also salutatorian at Sharon.
0-1. Sliced foul on the third base side, so she's number 2 in her class and number 3 in the order. Count now 0-2 on Bodine. Vogan out at second, excellent speed. Outfield straight away. A lot of room in both power alleys. The corner outfielders are probably shaded towards the foul lines a step or two. 0-2. Misses away. 1-2 now on Bodine.
I mean, anything to the outfield, unless it's on the nose at the fielder, you would think Vogan's going to score with her speed.
Bodine currently on an 11-game hitting streak, 17 for 33 during that streak. So 500 over the last 12 games. 1-2. Off-speed pitch stays high. 2-2 now on Bodine.
I'm impressed with Fleischer. She does a great job with that off-speed pitch. It comes at you, and some players you're already shifted your weight there, and you're in no man's land.
The 2-2, swing and a miss. Bodine chased one off the plate. That is the third strikeout of the afternoon for Fleischer. 2 down for Addie McFan, who walked in her first plate appearance.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch here. Just close enough for Claire had to take a swing at it, but so 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Sharon trailing 1-0.
First pitch to McFan. Inside for a ball. Don't forget, after the game, as always, we'll have our Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game and our Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. Sharon looking to make a play here. The 1-0. High, 2-0. And right now, the play that's looming big wouldn't be one we would recognize with an award, but McFan getting hit by the batted ball.
No question.
The bases loaded 1-out situation. Just came up and got her. She tried to avoid it, but resulted in an out and no run. 2-0, lashed foul down the right field line. 2-1 on the Sharon center fielder.
I passed her dad, Jeremiah, first base coach.
And Tiger Taskmaster Dave Bodine on the third base box.
Jeremiah dropped the ball in one of the earlier playoff games, and I teased him about it, and he said he heard about it.
I'm sure.
Yes.
2-1 is rolled up the middle. It's a base hit. Vogan rounding third. The throw to the plate is going to be late. Vogan scores. Addie McFan ties the game at 1. Roller up the middle, gets through. And Sharon has forged a 1-1 tie in the bottom of the third.
And Addie McFan continues her hot hitting here in the playoffs. And it was a great bit of hitting there for McFan. She waited on that slow pitch and hit it right up the middle. No chance to get Vogan, and we are tied at 1.
Brings up Maya Bundrent, who's 1 for 1. Swing and a miss at that one. She was the one who was credited with a single when her batted ball hit McFan going from first to second. 1 of 4 hits for Sharon. Sharon out hitting Susquenita 4-1. 0-1 fouled off the screen, and now 0-2 on Maya Bundrent. She's now, go ahead, Bob.
Say another key play in this inning was Marley Bundrent. No matter what she did, she was able to get Vogan over to second base on that slow ground out.
Count is 0-2. And the pitch high, 1-2. McFan had an extra step or two in her lead coming off of the base. Catcher Beckenbaugh took a look, but didn't make the throw down. 1-2, high and away, now 2-2. McFan, team leading 6 stolen bases. Sharon as a team does not run much. McFan really the only, what you'd say, legit threat to steal.
This might be a time to run her here, Briggsy.
2-2 is high. It's a delayed steal. The throw goes into center field, and McFan will stay at second.
Yeah, the throw from catcher Beckenbaugh was there, but neither the shortstop or second baseman able to get over in time to get it, and it rolls out to center field. So McFan now in scoring position to try to give Sharon the lead.
I don't know if it was intentionally a delayed steal, but it had the same effect. The payoff pitch on the way. Sky to center. Drifting a couple of steps through left to make the catch is Caden Brandt, and that will end the inning. Sharon ties it, however. McFan's 2-out single, scoring Maddie Vogan. A run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. On to the 4th. Sharon and Susquenita tied at 1 on your home for the PIAA playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
Sports Radio 96.7.
Consolidate bills, fund home improvements, or cover everyday expenses with a home equity loan from your friends at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help you navigate life's opportunities and challenges. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with zero closing costs until May 31st. Apply online at gcafcu.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. That's gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Member of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
We go to inning number 4 here in DuBois. Susquenita and Sharon tied at 1. Susquenita with the heart of the order due 3, 4, and 5. Ayanna Fleischer, Lena Beckenbaugh, and Tierney Stumpfleet.
And want to once again thank our video sponsor, the Sharon American Legion, Post 299. I predicted earlier this could be our biggest audience in 96.7 Facebook history, and the numbers right now may be proving me right.
And also, you figure of all the teachers at Case Avenue Elementary. I mean, there's 20 or 30 people watching there, or however many that they are not. They're only just showing up as one view as well. But the first pitch to Fleischer is inside for a ball. She struck out in the first. One of 5 punch-outs today for Madeline Vogan.
I know a lot of viewers from the Susquenita side as well. We appreciate them jumping in. A lot of support I saw on Facebook from them.
1-0 is a strike at the belt, 1-1. Susquenita in Duncannon, Pennsylvania, north of Harrisburg. And
had about a 2 hour and 20-minute drive.
I think so. A little further than it was for Sharon. But when you're coming to a facility like this, you'll go the extra mile. 1-1 to Fleischer. Carbon copy of the last one. It's now 1-2.
I had asked Coach Reed if he had ever been here before. He said no, and he was a spectacular facility, very impressed. They were not complaining at all about having to come here. I think nobody would complain after you see what the facility you get to play on.
The 1-2 popped foul off of the grandstand. Stays 1-2. Susquenita, member of the Tri-Valley Athletic Association, along with East Juniata, Greenwood, Halifax, Juniata, Line Mountain, Newport, St. Joseph's Catholic, and Upper Dauphin. Juniata competes in District 6. Just for a little footnote. 1-2 misses inside, 2-2. Of course, it was 6 years ago that West Middlesex defeated Greenwood for the 1A title in baseball at Penn State.
And you can tell, as you can hear, the Sharon fans below us, very close pitch here. Called a ball, not happy about it.
The 2-2. Punched on the right side, grabbed on the first hop by Bayer, throws the first in time. Bodine got back to the bag for out number 1. So Fleischer 0 for 2. That'll bring up Lena Beckenbaugh, the catcher. She had the big hit in the first inning for Susquenita, the double to center that scored Braylon Prinz.
Really a nice job there by Bodine as a first baseman. Easy to try to slide over to grab that ball. Then she realized that she needed to get back to cover the bag, which she did.
Beckenbaugh, left-hand batter, facing Vogan. This one popped foul on the third base side. For Beckenbaugh, it was her 13th double of the season. That's second on the team. Kyla Fleischer, the number 9 batter that Bob alluded to, hitting .500 on the season, 14 doubles this year.
Now this team can hit. No question about that.
0-1 nubbed foul at the plate. Now 0-2 on Beckenbaugh. Beckenbaugh now 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in the state playoffs. Left-hand hitting catcher. 0-2 from Vogan. Popped on the infield. And it will hit and then go into foul territory, deflected off of Brown, and going into second will be Beckenbaugh on what will be an error. Brown,
yeah, that was
it hit, just missed it, but it hit her and went into foul territory. It's a fair ball, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position for Susquenita.
And that was really those plays, Briggsy. The last person you want to catch it would be the catcher. That is a high degree of difficulty to grab the mask off and then turn around. They had to be the third baseman or the pitcher had to catch that ball, or at least make a stab at it. So an error against the Tigers here put a runner in second base.
First error of the game. That's a solid shot to center by Stumpfle. McFadden able to throw coming in is up the third base line. It skips past, and going into second is Stumpfle. She was on her way to second on the throw anyway, but scoring is the courtesy runner Callie Browse, and Susquenita back on top 2-1 as Tierney Stumpfle, the RBI single. And now she's in scoring position with one down for Esther Feltenberger, who grounded out to second, leading off the second.
Feltenberger, from my research, one of the two seniors playing in college next year.
This one lined to left. Wilson, it's over her head. It will bounce up against the fence. Rounding third and scoring is Stumpfle. And cruising into second with a double is Esther Feltenberger. And it's 3-1 Susquenita.
And the Blackhawks flexing their muscles here with their outstanding hitting with a couple rope shots here to take a 3-1 lead after a big Tiger error open up the door.
A lot of first pitch swinging last couple of at-bats. Bring up Addison Fritz, who struck out in her first at-bat. She takes this one low for a ball. So Susquenita has scored twice. The air, the dropped pop-up, opening the door, and Susquenita's kicked open the door. 1-0, swing and a miss, now 1-1. And Feltenberger out at second. 3-1, the Blackhawks lead Sharon. One away in the top of the fourth. Vogan's next pitch, chopped foul third base side, and it's 1-2 on Addison Fritz.
The 3 runs that Sharon has given up today are the tied for the second most they've given up in a game all season. In their game they lost to Hubbard, they gave up 5, and their District 10 playoff win against Hickory, they won 6-3.
1-2, swing and a miss. Fritz goes down on strikes for the second time. 6th strikeout for Vogan. 2 down for Emma Massey. She struck out in the second.
So Sharon, like we saw on Monday, are trailing, and they're going to have to find a way to get back into this game.
First pitch to Massey. Swing and a miss. Tardy on that one. It's now 0-1 to Massey. Massey hit .345 last season. Came in hitting .391 this year. 0-1's a strike on the outer third. Now 0-2 to Massey. Sharon in the home half of the fourth will have Pagliarini, Bayer, and Brown. 6, 7, and 8 due. Feltenberger out at second with 2 away. 0-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to close the inning for Vogan. However, Susquenita scores twice. 2 runs, 2 hits, an error, and 1 left. Halfway home in this state quarterfinal. Susquenita back on top of Sharon at 3-1 on your home for the PIAA softball playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
In need of dental care? Buell Regional Health Foundation and Remote Area Medical have partnered to bring a free dental clinic to our community. The clinic will be held on Saturday and Sunday, June 7th and 8th, inside Sharon High School's gymnasium. Each day, patients will be seen on a first-come, first-served basis starting at 6 a.m., and all services will be provided at no cost and no ID required. Save the date, June 7th and 8th, to be seen by a dental professional for exams, cleanings, fillings, extractions, and oral hygiene instruction, all for free at Sharon High School. Patients, be prepared for a potential extended waiting period.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Sharon once again trailing 3-1. Chloe Pagliarini will lead off for the Tigers. Pagliarini struck out looking in the first. That came with the bases loaded. Sharon had the bases loaded, 1 out in the first, did not score. Susquenita scoring twice in the last half inning to take a 3-1 lead here at DuBois. Winner advances, of course, to the semifinals on Monday, and whoever wins will get a free scout for the next opponent because St. Mary's and Bald Eagle play the second game here at DuBois. That's another 3A quarterfinal. And the first one is a roller back to the circle. Fleischer in front of the circle, throws over to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out in the fourth.
Of course, Sharon did play St. Mary's in that sub-regional game last week and beat them. So, but they got bigger issues right now. They trailed 3-1 in the bottom of the fourth against this excellent Susquenita team.
Delaney Bayer 0 for 1, fouled out to the first baseman Stumpfley in the second inning. Fleischer's first pitch fouled off the plate. Got a piece of our home plate umpire, Corey Thomas. It's 0-1. Bayer now 2 for 13 in the playoffs. Homer and 6 doubles last season for her. Right-hand hitting second baseman.
Sharon has won 18 games in a row.
0-1, foul on the right field side. It's 0-2. Fleischer, who struggled a little bit with control early on, she's really settled down, Bob.
There's no question about it. And not as fast as Vogan, but that off-speed pitch she throws makes it very challenging.
0-2, foul to plate. Bayer staying alive. That got a piece of Beckenbaugh, the catcher. Now she will walk it off and hand the ball back to Fleischer. Later tonight on the radio side, Pittsburgh Pirates baseball. Buccos, the rubber game against Houston. 6:10 air, 6:40 first pitch for the Buccos and Stros. Another 0-2 to Bayer on the way. Off-speed pitch. Misses off the plate. 1-2 on Delaney Bayer.
Sharon trailing 3-1 here in the state quarterfinals.
Fleischer's 1-2. Popped foul behind the plate off the netting. The Susquenita defense, of course, Ayanna Fleischer pitching, Lena Beckenbaugh catching, Tierney Stumpfley at first, Emma Massey at second, Addison Fritz at third, Braylon Prinz at short, outfield left to right, Kyla Fleischer, Kaden Brandt, and Esther Feltenberger. 1-2 misses away, 2-2. Both teams, Bob, using the old school straight 9 lineup. No DP flex. If you play in the field, you're batting.
And that is also cool to see. And Fleischer also, the pitcher, not wearing a face mask.
2-2 misses high, 3-2. That's
old school as well.
Yeah, although I think, hey, it's her decision, but I'd be wearing one if it were me, but it's not me. Payoff pitch coming to Bayer. Here it comes. Line foul on the third base side. Yeah, pitching from 43 feet. She's probably 39, 40 feet from the plate when she lets go.
I think she's the first player I've seen all year that has not worn the face mask.
Second, third, and short have them. First baseman Stumpfley does not. Payoff pitch on the way. Off-speed pitch. Called strike 3 at the top of the zone. Bayer down on strikes. That's the 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Ayanna Fleischer. 2 down for Mary Claire Brown, who hit a comebacker to the pitcher in the second. Brown, right-hand batter. First pitch from the righty Fleischer, swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Susquenita. Sharon one run, 4 hits, and 1 error. Sharon has left 4 on so far. Susquenita is stranded 2. 0-1, swing and a miss. It's now 0-2 on Mary Claire Brown.
Not sure if you can see it on our video, but the scoreboard here has enough characters to put the full names of the team up there, which is cool. You don't see that very often.
0-2, swing and a miss as Brown chased one in the upper part of the zone. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the 4th. Sharon retired in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. On to the 5th. Susquenita leading Sharon 3-1 on Sports Radio 96.7.
96.7. In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Welcome back to DuBois. Ryan Briggs and Bob Greenburg with you here today on Sports Radio 96.7, Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live. Susquenita with a 3-1 lead, and the Blackhawks will have 9-1-2 in the order due. Kyla Fleischer, Braylon Prince, and Caden Brandt. So we have a delay of some sort. Okay, thank you. Had to get the catcher, Mary Claire Brown, was getting her equipment, and apparently the backup catcher was, I believe the backup catcher's one of the other position players for Sharon.
I think it's one of the Bundrents, so there was no backup. But here we go, top of the fifth here. Sharon trailing 3-1, and they're down 2.
Logan's first pitch is a bouncer back through the box. It's a base hit for Fleischer. Her first hit of the afternoon, 4th hit of the game for the Blackhawks. And for the second time today, Susquenita has the leadoff batter on. Back to the top of the order for Braylon Prince, the shortstop. Walked, stole a base, and scored in the first, popped out the short in the third.
Yeah, the 9-hitter, Fleischer batting .500, showing her stuff there. The rope to center field.
The bunt comes back to Vogan between the plate and the rubber. Throws to first, and the throw is high. Everybody is safe. So it will be E1 sacrifice. Now first and second, nobody out. Second error for the Tigers. And they were shaky defensively against South Park Monday, and today giving Susquenita some additional outs.
Susquenita really has not bunted a lot this year, but that was a no-brainer situation for Coach Reed. And the throw, even with the double bag, just pulling Bodine off it. And then she actually bobbled the ball just a bit as well. So even if she stayed on the bag, she had bobbled it. Would have been safe either way.
Coming in to run at second base again is number 2.
So now we will have a pinch runner, and it's going to be the player that had been the courtesy runner for Beckenbaugh, Browse. So she will run. This is a substitution now. So they've lost the courtesy runner. At least Browse has lost that privilege. She will run for Fleischer at second base. She's the lead runner. The trail runner is Prince. Nobody out for Caden Brandt, who has struck out twice. And Sharon could certainly use a K here. Bunt pushed foul on the third base side. It's 0-1.
Yeah, there's no surprises here. Bunt is the call, you would imagine. Coach Rodney Reed winning his 100th game earlier this season. It's an outstanding career, and trying to get to the state semifinals.
Logan's 0-1 low. Bunt pulled back by Brandt. The count is even at a ball and a strike. Sharon defensively, the third baseman Bundrent coming in. Pagliarini breaking to the bag. Bodine staying home at first. 1-1. The bunt is popped up, is grabbed by Maya Bundrent for out number 1. A big first out here in the 5th inning.
Couple softball finals, Briggsy, of a local note. 4A, Fort LaBeouf beats Hampton 6-3. Also in 3A baseball, Riverside over Mohawk 6-0. 2A softball, tough one. Chartiers Houston defeats Seneca 1-0.
Wow. Ayanna Fleischer pops it up on the infield. Infield fly in effect on that one, and Fleischer retired. She's 0 for 3, and Vogan 1 out away from getting out of the jam. It'll be another tough customer in Lena Beckenbaugh, who's been on twice. RBI double in the first, reached on an error in the 4th.
And we had mentioned earlier today, Neshannock beats Chestnut Ridge 5-3 as well.
2 down for Beckenbaugh. First one misses, 1-0. Browse running for Kyla Fleischer at second. Prinz the trail runner at first.
Sharon will have 9-1-2 batting here in the bottom of the 5th. They can get out of this jam.
Vogan's 1-0, High 2-0. So 2A softball now will be Chartiers, Houston, and Neshannock, a rematch of the District 7 championship game. They'll play Monday for the right to go to Penn State. The Lancers and the Buccaneers. 2-0 from Vogan. Strike at the belt now 2-1 on Lena Beckenbaugh.
Big a bat here. Beckenbaugh with a big-time double in the first inning, an RBI double.
Beckenbaugh, 10 multi-hit games on the season. Looking to make it number 11. 2-1, wave and a miss at that one. And it's now 2-2 on the Blackhawks backstop.
That was a great pitch here by Vogan, off speed. What will they call here? Go power pitch here, go with her fastball, maybe the riser.
2-2, there it was, and Beckenbaugh laid off. So the count goes to 3-2. The runners will be on the move. Browse from second, Prinz from first. Excellent speed on the bags for Susquenita. Vogan back up on the rubber. The 3-2.
That's the ball.
And missed for ball 4. Now the bases are loaded. Browse will go to third. Didn't miss by much, but it is ball 4.
Another runner here. It looks like this will be for the catcher.
You know, they can.
Coming in to run for the catcher now is number 13, Victoria Stone.
So Victoria Stone now will run as a courtesy runner. She's allowed to do that because she's an eligible substitute.
Another final, Briggsy, better note for District 10 and 1A. Cambridge Springs beats Berlin Brothers Valley 4-2. They move on to take on the winner of Union DuBois Central Catholic.
First pitch to Tierney Stumpfley is high for a ball, 1-0. Bases are loaded, 2 down. Stumpfley 1 for 2. RBI single and a run scored last inning.
Heading to Ursinus next year.
Swing and a miss now 1-1. Ursinus, member of the Centennial Conference. The Bears, it's located in Collegeville. Appropriate to have a college in Collegeville. Out on the eastern part of the Commonwealth. 1-1 misses away, 2-1. Centennial Conference, Johns Hopkins, Dickinson, Gettysburg, Swarthmore.
Vogan showing respect. That last 2 fastballs on the outside.
2-1, swing and a miss, now 2-2. Bases loaded, 2 down. The 2-2 from Vogan on the way to Stumpfley. Here it comes, fouled straight back. Good cut right into our mic down there.
You could hear it.
We get you right in the action.
Hopefully it's not broken.
Well, we have another one. Yeah, but hopefully not. Yeah. Can I get an invoice for it? 2-2 on the way from Vogan. Another foul.
Huge batter here in this softball game. Sharon trails 3-1. Bases are loaded for Susquenita here in the top of the 5th with 2 outs.
Vogan gets a sign from Brown. 2-2. Foul down the right field line towards the parking lot. And it stays 2-2. The next pitch will be Vogan's 80th of the afternoon.
Really kind of feel like this could be the game right here for either team.
Susquenita looking to break it open. And this one driven to left, and that's going to break it open. It will drop in, flagged down by Wilson in the corner. 2 runs will score. It is a 2-run double. Tierney Stumpfley has knocked in 3. Browse scored. Prinz scored. It is 5-1 Susquenita. Stone cruised into third. Stumpfley winning the battle, and it's 5-1.
And Vogan came at her. Did not want to walk her, obviously, so had to come at her. And great batting there by Stumpfley, doubling to left field.
First one to Feltenberger, fouled off. Feltenberger, RBI double last inning. She's 1 for 2. The runs are unearned, but they still count. And Susquenita has a 5-1 lead in the top of the 5th. Feltenberger batting with 2 runners in scoring position. Stone at third, and Stumpfley, who's now 2 for 3, out at second.
And Sharon right now, they have dug a big hole as they've come back from 1-0, but they're down 5-1 right now.
0-1 misses inside, 1-1. Stumpfley's double, by the way, her 40th career extra base hit.
Yeah, big-time player. And she just had a big-time hit.
Ball and a strike, 2 away. The pitch from Vogan. Low, 2-1 now. Addison Fritz, who was struck out twice, on deck. Susquenita, 2 runs in the 4th to take the lead, 2 more in the 5th to add to the lead. It is 5-1. Maddie Vogan, the 2-1. Swing and a miss by Feltenberger. It's now 2-2.
And with runners on second and third right now, Sharon desperately needs a third out.
2-2, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7 for Vogan, and that ends the inning. But Susquenita adds to the lead. The Blackhawks get 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on. On to the bottom of the 5th. Susquenita leading Sharon 5-1 on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
I just bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you'd swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
We are back in DuBois at Heindl Field, along with Bob Greenburg, Ryan Briggs with you, thanks to our video sponsor today, American Legion Post 299 in Sharon, bringing you the video coverage of this state quarterfinal. And right now, the Sharon Tigers are trailing 5-1. Tigers have 9-1-2 due. Alana Wilson will lead off, and Ayanna Fleischer's first pitch is low for a ball.
Yeah, this would be a time for Sharon to cut into this deficit would be now.
1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. Foul on the third base side out of play, and it's 1-2 on Alana Wilson. Wilson struck out in the second. One of 5 strikeouts today for Ayanna Fleischer. Wilson, right-hand hitting outfielder. 1-2, swing and a miss. 6th strikeout of the afternoon and 3 in a row for Fleischer. 1 down, back to the top of the order for Maddie Vogan, who's 2 for 2 with a run scored today.
Now batting pitcher number 53, Madeline.
Sharon Tigers, 18 wins in a row, 45-2, 47-2 the last 2 years. And they find themselves in with their biggest deficit, I think, in those last 2 seasons.
Vogan swing and a miss at the first offering. It is 0-1. Fleischer deals. Loop to left. This will hang up there for Kyla Fleischer, who re-entered, by the way, between innings. She records the putout for out number 2. Quickly 2 away. 6 in a row retired by Alana Fleischer. 2 down for Marley Bundrent, who's 0 for 2, hit into a fielder's choice in the first, grounded out to third in the third. Bundrent now 3 for 13 in the postseason. Swing and a miss at the first offering, 0-1. So Fleischer, 45 strikes and 24 balls so far today.
24-4 in her career.
0-1, swing and a miss, now 0-2.
And she has been on her game here this afternoon, keeping this Sharon Tiger offensive attack really off balance all day long.
0-2, fisted foul. Bondurant stays alive. 5-1 the score, Susquenita on top. Blackhawks scored 1 on the top of the first. Sharon tied it in the bottom of the third, but back-to-back 2-run innings for the District 3 champions. 0-2, off-speed pitch called, strike 3 at the top of the zone. And a pair of strikeouts in the 5th inning for Fleischer. Sharon set down in order. On to the 6th. Susquenita leads Sharon 5-1 on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
96.7 Facebook Live.
You're a grower. You know what it takes to thrive in the field. My bank understands and respects that. When you've got a financial partner working alongside you, it makes the days a little easier and the numbers all add up. My bank is experienced when it comes to agriculture. My family's been doing business with them for a long time. I'm independent, and so is my bank.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
On to the 6th inning. Susquenita with a 5-1 lead. Bottom third of the order due for the Blackhawks. Addison Fritz, Emma Massey, and Kyla Fleischer. Fritz has struck out twice today. 2 of the 8 strikeouts for Madeline Vogan. Susquenita looking to get to 23-0, 6 outs away from doing so.
Sharon came in averaging 10 runs a game.
First pitch high and away, 1-0 on Fritz. And Sharon had chances early, Bob.
No question about it. Their only time this year they were held to 1 run was a 1-0 win against Hickory in a pitching duel. But
1-0 cut on and missed by Fritz, now 1-1.
Yeah, Sharon had an opportunity in the first for sure. Bases loaded, did not score.
1-1, swing and miss, now 1-2. And you didn't want to say it at the time, but when the batted ball hit the runner and cost Sharon a run, you start wondering, thinking, is it going to be one of those days? And it has trended in that direction for the Tigers. 1-2, driven out towards right center. McFann on the run. It's going to two-hop the fence, grab by McFann. She'll get it back into the infield, but it is a leadoff double for Fritz. Susquenita has a runner in scoring position with nobody out for Emma Massey, who was struck out twice today.
Yeah, Fritz batting .429, had struck out her first 2 plate appearances, and hits a 2-hopper off the fence. And this is, as we had said, this Susquenita team, their batting average and their hitting has been much talked about, and they're backing it up here this afternoon.
Bunt is up the third base line, and it will spin foul. It's 0-1 on Massey.
It's a good chance, depending on the scenario, but there's a good chance no matter what happens in the next game, which between St. Mary's and Bald Eagle, that semifinal game could be back here, though, Briggsy, don't you think? Potentially?
If it's St. Mary's, maybe. If it's Bald Eagle, no.
Probably not. You're right. Unless Sharon comes back.
Yes. 0-1, bunt showed, pulled back at his high 1-1. If Sharon were to rally, the Tigers certainly have the capability of it, then you have to think it'd be a very good chance. But right now the Tigers have to keep this deficit at 4. Count 1-1 on Massey, nobody away. Massey shows bunt and gets it up to the third base side. Grabbed by Bondurant, throws over to Bodine at first. The sacrifice is completed. 5-3. Fritz goes to third with 1 down. For Kyla Fleischer, who is 1 for 2 today, singled in the 5th, a leadoff single in the 5th that helped spark a 2-run inning. Outfield straight away. Vogan's first pitch, cut on and missed. It's 0-1, and certainly this is the type of situation where you like having a strikeout pitcher in the circle.
Yeah, there's no question. Down to 6 outs. Sharon can really ill afford to give up any more runs here. Down 4.
0-1, misses away, 1-1, and for Susquenita, if you get up 5, one swing of the bat doesn't tie you. Fritz, decent speed at third. 1-1, wave and a miss. An awkward swing from Kyla Fleischer. It's now 1-2.
Final Mercer County team standing for the 24-25 high school sports season here this afternoon.
1-2 misses away, 2-2 now. On the number 9 hitter in the Susquenita order. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Vogan deals. This one's punched out to left. It's going to parachute in for a base hit. Fleischer got enough of it, dumped it in there, and it is 6-1. Susquenita with the lead. Fleischer now 2 for 3.
Just some really outstanding hitting there. Off-speed pitch, stayed with it, got the bat on the ball, and able to bloop it into left field for the big RBI single.
Back to the top of the order for Braylon Prinz, who is officially 0 for 1 with 2 runs scored today. She takes the first one for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 foul tip, now 0-2 on Prinz. Prinz, second team all Tri-Valley League in basketball this past winter, averaged 9 points and 6 rebounds a game, along with 3 assists. 0-2, called strike 3. Took that one right down Broad Street. She's down on strikes for the second out in the 6th. That'll bring up Caden Brandt, who's 0 for 3. Popped out on a bunt last time. A couple of strikeouts as well in her ledger today.
Sharon will have 3, 4, 5 coming to the plate in the bottom of the 6th.
Vogan's first one is driven foul down the left field line. Lands among some of the partisans in the bleachers. Good crowd on hand here today. The teams have filed in for the second game as well. We see St. Mary's off to the right in the blue and red, and Bald Eagle in the navy and gold. Oh, 1 slapped foul on the third base side. It's 0-2.
Sharon Tigers trailing here 6-1. The 6 runs, the most they've given up in a game all season.
0-2 high, 1-2. Center fielder McFan shading the batter a few steps the other way towards left center. And the 1-2 is fouled off again. It stays 1-2.
Big flag out there in left field, blowing to left field.
Yeah, pretty much blowing straight out to left center now. Wind has shifted a little bit. Perhaps as you alluded to, some weather on the way later. 1-2, misses away. 2-2 on Caden Brandt. Brandt, she was also on the basketball team this last winter. 7 points per game for the Blackhawks. It went 13-10 overall. 9-5 in the Tri-Valley League. 2-2 fouled off.
And Brandt, like most of these Susquenita hitters, hanging in there. All seemed not to be overwhelmed by Vogan the way she has pitched all season.
2-2, chopped foul to plate. Brandt staying alive.
We had mentioned Susquenita has had some playoff experience. This is their 5th appearance in the PIAA tournament. They've made it to the semifinals on a couple occasions.
2-2 gets away from Brown. Count will go to 3-2 on the wild pitch.
They made the semifinal in 2014, losing to Central Columbia. Made it in 2019, losing to Brandywine Heights. But they have never made the championship game.
Payoff pitch, foul on the third base side. It stays 3-2.
So trying to make it for the third time in school history.
Looking pretty good right now. Up 6-1 with 2 away in the top of the 6th. Fritz doubled and later scored on Fleischer's base hit. She's out at second now with 2 down. Payoff pitch on the way to Brandt, and another foul. Now unofficially 110 pitches for Vogan today. There's no pitch count limit in softball as there is in baseball, but this is the warmest day of the season. Vogan, 110 pitches on the artificial turf. Certainly she's had to labor at times. 3-2, again, another foul up the third base side.
And I start to think, and I don't have any confirmation on this, but you have to believe this is the first time Susquenita has ever played a team from Western Pennsylvania. Nobody ever in the playoffs. From a Harrisburg, maybe they came over one time, but...
3-2. This one's popped on the infield. Chloe Pagliarini, the shortstop, is there, and she makes the catch to end the inning. However, Susquenita adds to its lead a run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. It's the middle of the 6th in DuBois. 6-1. Susquenita leads Sharon on Sports Radio 96.7.
Service. Reed and Daly built their practice one client at a time and are proud supporters of student athletes, boosters, bands, and other school activities to keep our diverse community moving forward. When it comes to business or taxes, Reed and Daly Associates will fight for you and help you reach the top of your game. Reed and Daly Associates on South Buell Farm Drive in Hermitage and online.
Fritz doubled and later scored on Fleischer's base hit. She's out at second now with 2 down. Payoff pitch on the way to Brandt, and another foul. Now unofficially 110 pitches for Vogan today. In the bottom of the 6th, 3, 4, and 5 due for Sharon, Claire Bodine, Addie McFan, and Maya Bundrant.
I'd like to thank the folks at the Sharon American Legion, Post 299, once again for their great support, not just today, but for the playoffs here the last year or so, allowing so many of you viewers to watch this game that we are providing. We appreciate that.
Hope everybody's enjoying today's broadcast, wherever you're watching or listening. Claire Bodine, 0 for 2 today, reached on a fielder's choice in the first, struck out in the third. She will lead off against Ayanna Fleischner. And first one bounced on the left side on the first hop, grabbed by shortstop Prinz. Throws over to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 6th inning. It brings up Addie McFan. Walked in the first, singled in a run in the third, also stole a base.
Interesting how the brackets were set up this year, putting the District 3 champion through the western part of the bracket. Sharon last year on their way to the Western Finals did not have to play a team from District 3.
McFan bounces one on the right side, takes a little bit of a funny hop, but right there to grab it is Massey, the second baseman, quickly 2 away. McFan now 1 for 2 this afternoon. That'll bring up Maya Bundrant, who's 1 for 2. The way it was set up in the first round, because there are a few more 3A teams in the western half of the state. So it was the District 3 champ playing the District 6 runner-up, Phillipsburg Osceola. So that's how that worked out. The Susquenita, as the first pitch is high for a ball, Susquenita is not as far east as many District 3 teams are. They would, if you cut the state into thirds, they would certainly be in the middle third.
There were 9 district champions in this bracket. 5 of them were in the western bracket.
1-0 fouled off.
So you could argue that it's a much tougher road.
Although you have to put 5 on one side because 9 divided into 2.
No, it's true. I'm not saying you can't do that. Hopefully they'll reverse it next year.
1-1 fouled off. It's now 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes on Maya Bundrant.
I'd like to say hello to our colleague Darren Steele.
Yes.
Who is home listening to us after a stint in the hospital. We're so glad to hear, Darren, you're home and doing better. Glad you're listening and hope you are enjoying.
1-2 misses away, 2-2. Always good to hear from Darren. Of course, our colleague in the fall primarily. Helps us out throughout the course of the year as well. But he's been, as I said, he's in the hospital. Now he's out and back home. 2-2, driven to left. And it's going to be extra bases over the head of Fleischer. And cruising into second with the doubles, Maya Bundrant. She's 2 for 3. The first extra base hit of the afternoon for Sharon. And a runner in scoring position with 2 down in the 6th.
Yeah, so Maya Bundrant, the 2-out double here. It's kind of hung back on that off-speed pitch and then drove it over the left fielder's head to the wall.
A runner at second for Pagliarini, who's 0 for 2, struck out on the first and grounded out back to the pitcher, Fleischer, in the 4th. First pitch from the righty, and Pagliarini fouls it off. 0-1 on Chloe Pagliarini.
Boy, if Sharon could get a run here, anything at this point, help give him a bit of momentum into that 7th inning.
And get closer back to the top of the order as well. 0-1, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
That's also important. If they can get a run here, they're going to guarantee they're going to get to the top of the order in the 7th.
0-2 high to Pagliarini, now 1-2. Pagliarini, also all-region goalkeeper in soccer.
I'd like to thank Pete Greco once again, the fine game manager and site manager here.
This is fabulous. 1-2, swing and a miss. And a pretty fabulous effort from Mayana Fleischer, the Susquenita pitcher, as she strands Bundrant at second with the strikeout. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Through 6, Susquenita leads Sharon 6-1. On your home for the PIAA playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
Top-notch cardiology care, Shenango Valley Cardiology Consultants, part of Meadville Medical Center, is here for you. Serving Mercer County and Ohio, our expert providers offer dedicated heart health services at 2999 Innovation Way in Hermitage, Pennsylvania, and 880 West Liberty Street in Hubbard, Ohio. For appointments, call 724-983-1800 for Hermitage or 330-269-1916 for Hubbard. More info at nmchs.org. Choose Shenango Valley Cardiology Consultants.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
We go to the 7th. 6-1 the lead for Susquenita. And it's 3-4 and 5 due for the Blackhawks. Ayana Fleischer, Lena Beckenbaugh, and Tierney Stumpfley. Don't forget, after the game, Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game, and maybe an interview or two from the field. Sharon, in the soup right now. Tigers need to hold it here and get the bats going. Fleischer 0 for 3 today. Bogan's first pitch. Misses inside for a ball. Fleischer struck out on the first, grounded out to second in the 4th, popped out to first in the 5th. Fleischer now 2 for 6 in the state tournament. 1-0 high, 2-0.
And right now, Sharon down 5. It's going to be a significant mountain to climb if they're going to get back into this game, but they obviously need to keep it at 5.
2-0, strike on the inside corner. 2-1 now to Fleischer. Beckenbaugh and Stumpfley to follow. Stumpfley, that 2-run double in the 5th, really looming as the big hit in the game. Made a 3-1 game a 5-1 game. 2-1, strike on the outer third now. 2-2 as Madeline Vogan goes back behind the rubber. Picks up the rosin bag for a moment and sets it back down. 2-2, driven out towards left center, and it's going to get between the outfielders. Hit off the wall. And Fleischer into second with a double, a leadoff double as she drove that 2-2 pitch out to the deepest part of the field. And the leadoff batter on again as Susquenita looks to add to the lead. We'll bring up Lena Beckenbaugh, who was doubled, reached on an error, and walked. Her reaching on that error in the fourth inning, that was a pivotal play in the game as well, opened the door for a couple of runs as Susquenita broke a 1-1 tie. A courtesy runner out at the second base. This one hit out towards left center, and it is gone. Beckenbaugh jumped on the first pitch, hits it off the top of the fence. It bounces over for a 2-run homer, and Susquenita has broken it open in the seventh. It is 8-1 Blackhawks.
Yeah, we've seen Beckenbaugh, her power earlier in this game, and that one got it up into the wind that was blowing out to left field. Definitely helped out and carried the fence left of the 218 sign. And Susquenita with two more here in the top of the seventh. They now lead 8-1.
First home run of the season for Beckenbaugh. You could tell as soon as that was hit, it was hit well. First pitch is foul behind the plate, and making the catch is Mary Claire Brown for out number one. One down for Esther Feltenberger, who's 1 for 3 with a double.
I had said trouble because you could just tell the sound of that ball off the bat was different than other ones.
First pitch to Feltenberger's in for a strike. Stumpfley, by the way, now 2 for 4 today with a double after that foul out. Vogan deals the 0-1, swing and a miss, now 0-2. Fleischer led off with a double. Beckenbaugh followed with a homer. Susquenita scored in each of the last 4 innings. 0-2, swing and a miss. Feltenberger down on strikes. 10th strikeout for Madeline Vogan. 2 down for Addison Fritz. Struck out in her first 2 at-bats, but then led off the 6th with a double and scored on the Kyla Fleischer single. Right-hand batter facing the righty Vogan, and the first offering foul on the right field side, 0-1.
So Susquenita came in with gaudy hitting numbers, and we asked that question. Are they going to be able to handle Maddie Vogan? And they have answered it resoundingly.
Certainly have. 0-1, swing and a miss. It's now 0-2. Fouled off. We'll say hello to a guy that we covered a lot of his games, Clyde Conti. He is tuned in today. Hall of Fame high school football coach. Coached a number of places. Slippery Rock, we covered him. He's tuned in today, checking in on our Facebook feed. Always good to hear from the wing tee guru that he is. 0-2, Mrs. Heinway. He's pretty knowledgeable on a lot of subjects. Yes. He's a sharp cookie. Been my partner a couple of times over the years, too, in various situations. Count is 1-2 on Addison Fritz. Swing and a miss. And back-to-back strikeouts by Vogan to end the 7th. However, Susquenita scores twice on Beckenbaugh's 2-run homer. 2 runs, 2 hits. No errors, nobody left. Last chance for Sharon. Tigers have some work to do. It's 8-1 Susquenita on your home for the PIAA playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
You may not even know. By taking it, you may increase your risk of an overdose. Every day, nearly 300 Americans die from a drug overdose. Get the facts. Be your own advocate.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
Sharon has the bottom third of the order due in the bottom of the 7th. Delaney Bayer, Mary Claire Brown, and Alana Wilson. 8-1 the lead for Susquenita, over Sharon. Bayer 0 for 2 today, fouled out the first and the second, struck out looking in the fourth.
So the outstanding Sharon Tigers season is down to 3 outs. A trail 8-1 here in the bottom of the 7th.
Bayer swinging at the first pitch, fouls it off for a strike, 0-1. 57 strikes, 27 balls for Fleischer. Early on, 8 of her first 14 are out of the zone. She has gotten dialed in and has held Sharon to 1 run on 5 hits. 0-1, a bit high, 1-1 on Bayer. Bayer, one of 3 seniors in the starting infield. Her and her double play partner, Chloe Pagliarini, along with Claire Bodine at first. They'll get their diplomas later tonight. 1-1, high 2-1 to Bayer. Bayer, right-hand hitting second baseman. Off speed, drops in for a strike, 2-2 on Bayer. Fritz, the third baseman, step in front of the bag. Stumpfley even with the bag at first. Outfield straight away. 2-2, fouled off at the plate. Bayer stays alive.
Delaney Bayer, Chloe Pagliarini, and Claire Bodine, the 3 seniors on this squad who will be getting their diplomas tonight. I'm sure they won't feel the same if they are not able to come back here and win this game.
2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch on the way. Fouled back towards us again, and it stays 2-2. After the game, we'll have a recap. We'll have the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game, reaction from the field, and then our benediction. 2-2, bouncer back to the circle, grabbed by Ayanna Fleischer, throws over to first, and Bayer is out number 1.
Now batting catcher number 24.
Good at bat by Bayer, battled there, but just was not able to get it past Fleischer on the inside the circle, so 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th.
One down for Mary Claire Brown, 0 for 2 today, grounded out to the pitcher and then struck out. She takes that one high for a ball. The righty gets the sign and deals 1-0, misses inside 2-0.
I would say there's an excellent chance the next game will not start at 3 o'clock.
Probably not. This one, there's been a lot going on today in terms of been a lot of long counts. Roller left side. Charging is the shortstop, throwing over to first in time. Prinz guns it over to Stumpfley. 2 away. And Sharon down to its last out in Alana Wilson, who has struck out twice today.
The forecast looks like they're going to be okay here, but the later this day goes, the opportunities of storms popping up. So I'm sure everybody's hoping that does not happen.
They do have turf. It's all turf here and lights. So even if there happened to be a delay of some sort, it would not be catastrophic. Wilson with a bunt, puts it on the third base side, and it will roll foul. Bounced a couple of times and then took a left turn and went foul.
Great job by Fritz, the third baseman, as you see on that video, doing all she could to avoid getting touched by that ball, which could have clearly given Wilson an infield single.
Wilson gets back in the right-hand batter's box. Pitch on the way. It's a bunt back towards the circle. Third base side, grabbed by Fleischer, throws over to first in time, and that will do it. For Sharon in the seventh, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Susquenita wins it by a final of 8-1. Bob and I will come back with a post game from DuBois after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
Live. Consolidate bills, fund home improvements, or cover everyday expenses with a home equity loan from your friends at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union can help you navigate life's opportunities and challenges. Check out the low rates on home equity loans with zero closing costs until May 31st. Apply online at gcafcu.org or call 724-458-7520 to schedule an appointment. That's gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Member of NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep or the part that tells me what button.
Nope, I'm a real person. Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours. Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
Mailer Insurance is proud to honor the Mercer County Male and Female Athletes of the Month. Mailer's honors Hickory Track State Champion Ben Walls as the May Male Athlete of the Month. Mailer's Insurance also honors Sharon Track State Champion Andrea Young and Sharon softball star Maddie Bogan as the May Female Co-Athletes of the Month. Congratulations to Hickory's Ben Walls and Sharon's Andrea Young and Maddie Bogan as they are the May Mailer Insurance Athletes of the Month. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's Agency Inc. affiliate.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
I just bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you'd swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
And we are back here at DuBois.
And we are back.
Where today Susquenita defeats Sharon in the PIAA Class 3A quarterfinals. Final score in this one was 8-1. The totals for Susquenita, Susquenita 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 5 runners left on base. For Sharon, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors, 5 runners left on. Winning pitcher is Ayanna Fleischer. She's 17-0. The loss to Maddie Vogan. She's 22-1. Time of the game is 1 hour and 38 minutes. Susquenita advances to the state semifinals to take on the winner of the next game here, Bald Eagle or St. Mary's. Sharon concludes the season at 22-2. We will take a break. Come back with more of our post game from Heindl Field in DuBois here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Here.
The tax team at Reed and Daly Associates is the area's #1 income tax service. Reed and Daly built their practice one client at a time and are proud supporters of student athletes, boosters, bands, and other school activities to keep our diverse community moving forward. When it comes to business or taxes, Reed and Daly Associates will fight for you and help you reach the top of your game. Reed and Daly Associates on South Buell Farm Drive in Hermitage and online at reedanddaly.com. In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli.
Fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage, PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh,
Nope, I'm a real person. Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours. Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
We are back here at DuBois. Ryan Briggs here. Bob Greenburg is down. I believe he's looking to get the head coach Dave Bodine of the Sharon Tigers. Bob, if you're able to hear me, we're ready for you whenever you're ready. You can take it away. But not sure where. So Bob is not quite ready, but in the meantime, I'll just let him know to take it when he's ready. Sharon falling today 8-1 to Susquenita. Susquenita took a
I'm
1-0.
down here with Coach Dave Bodine of the Sharon Tigers, and obviously, Coach, all good things must come to an end. And it's been an incredible run for this softball team this year, but came up short this afternoon.
Yeah, just didn't play our best today, for whatever reason. It just wasn't the best day for us, but I couldn't be more proud of the girls and all the accomplishments we've made in this program over the past 4 years and how they played and carried themselves with character and class. So that's what I'm most proud about.
What was the difference today?
I just think they hit the ball more than we did, and then situationally we didn't do great, and that the pop fly that dropped really kind of changed the momentum of the game. And you have days like that. You're dealing with high school girls and high school kids. Some days are better than others. Today just wasn't a good day.
Early on, the runner getting hit by the ball cost you a run. That kind of took some of the momentum away as well.
Yeah, it's just one of those freak things. Addie's coming off the base hard, and Maya hits it hard, and it just clips her on her way to second. You can't control those things, but it did. Things like that just did not go our way today, and that's the way. Sometimes it happens that way.
Fleischer, obviously, the pitcher did a very good job keeping you off balance.
Yeah, mixing speeds, mixing pitches, hitting her spots, and when we did make contact, we only had a few good, got the barrel on the ball a couple times, but not nearly enough, and, that's softball. It's a very good team.
Let's talk about the season and what you're going to take from the 25 softball season.
I'm just extremely proud of the kids, how hard they worked, managed the expectations, and just came to work every day, and, and I've said it, multiple times. I got to do it with Claire, and that makes me proud as well. So.
3 seniors you have to say goodbye to. I know a lot of tears. It's going to be pretty hard to replace those 3.
Yeah, those 3 been with us since Coach pitched in baseball, and then we started doing this in 10U with them, and they're all great kids and great families, and I'm just thankful I got to see them grow, and I got to coach them and develop relationships with them. I'm sure we'll have relationships of a lifetime off the softball field as well, not just here. So it's been a true blessing to work with Chloe and Delaney and Claire. It's just been amazing.
Blessing also the community support has been off the chart here the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, the community's been unbelievable. The last 2 years they really jumped on the wagon here and have supported us and provided for us and gave us emotional support at games and things like that. And that's what it should be like. That's what high school sports are about. And we hope that girls sports can continue to grow, and Sharon and be successful and feed off of this program and see how we do it. We feel like we do things the right way, and it helps, get excitement in the school and in the community.
Bodine, appreciate everything. Best of luck. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, thank you for all your coverage, and we appreciate everything you guys did. And I want to say thank you to the school district and the community for everything they do for us.
All right, there you go, Boo. From down here in the field.
All righty, thank you very much, Bob Greenberg and Sharon head coach Dave Bodine joining us in the post-game. A tough one for the Tigers today. They fall to undefeated Susquenita, 8-1. Susquenita moving on to the state semifinals. Sharon concludes the season 22-2. We're going to take our final in-game break. When we come back, we'll have a scoring recap, some other statistical information, and we'll have our Reinhardt's and Shorts player of the game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
That's the third party this week.
Of course they can throw all those parties.
What's that supposed to mean?
They just got that new deck.
Oh, no. Here we go again.
Warner's Homes and Improvements bring a whole new meaning to backyard barbecues. Warner's Trex decking are engineered to resist fading, scratches, and stains, and eliminate time-consuming maintenance. For a custom-built Trex deck, make it Warner's Homes and Improvements. Construction.com.
Quench your thirst with Herman's Water. Sign up now for our unparalleled water delivery service and enjoy free deliveries straight to your doorstep. Whether you need water for your home or office, Herman's delivers premium quality water that's crisp, refreshing, and pure. Make the smart choice today. Experience convenience and hydration like never before. Visit our website at hermanswater.com/free delivery to get started and never worry about running out of water again.
The Gosh Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners, honoring our past, expanding our future. Two firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and legacies. Visit us at confluencefp.com. Confluence Wealth Services, Inc., DBA Confluence Financial Partners is an SEC-registered investment advisor. Registration of an investment advisor does not imply any level of skill or training. Please refer to our Form ADV Part 2A and Form CRS for further information regarding our investment services and their corresponding risks at confluencefp.com.
I just bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you'd swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
I run a local business. With payroll, expenses, taxes, and equipment, taking care of business is a lot of work. But at my bank, I get mobile banking, online bill pay, and the financial advice I need to make the best decisions for my business. My bank is a financial partner I can count on. Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Your home for the Pittsburgh Pirates and high school sports in Mercer County is Sports Radio 96.7.
We are back here one final time at Heindl Field in DuBois, along with Bob Greenberg, who has rejoined me here in the booth, Ryan Briggs, in our post-game. Bob, obviously a tough day for Sharon, but Coach Bodine certainly proud of his team, his players, and a great season. But Susquenita, even I would say even better than advertised. It's going to whoever wins this next game better pack a lunch on Monday when he plays Susquenita.
Yeah, I 100% agree, and I think at this point on the Sharon side, we talked about on the way down. There's a fine line between winning and losing at this level, and if you're going to win, you better be bringing your A game. And Sharon did not have their A game today, and that is not enough. That's why their season has come to an end. Susquenita, they came and they did everything you need to do defensively, offensively, pitching. I asked Coach Reed before the game what was the strength of his team, offense, defense, or pitching. He said all three. And there's no question, all three of those phases came out and were the difference here this afternoon for the Sharon Tigers, and one reason why they are going home.
Susquenita took a 1-0 lead in the first. Braylon Prinz, a leadoff walk. She stole second, scored on Lena Beckenbaugh's double, and the Blackhawks had a 1-0 lead. Sharon loaded the bases with one out in the first and got a base hit from Maya Bundrant. However, the ball hit Addie McFan, made it a dead ball. The runners could not move up. No runs scored. That was the second out of the inning. Bases remained loaded. Then a strikeout ended the threat. So Sharon left them loaded, did not score. Sharon did tie the game in the third. Maddie Vogan singled, went to second on a Marley Bundrant ground out, and scored on Addie McFan's RBI single. And it was a 1-1 game. In the fourth inning, a dropped pop-up allowed Beckenbaugh to reach. And then runner Callie Browse scored on Tierney Stumpfle's base hit. Esther Feltenberger followed with an RBI double, and it was 3-1 Susquenita. Blackhawks add 2 in the fifth. Kyla Fleischer with a leadoff single. An error on a sacrifice bunt put Prinz on base. And then a 2-run double from Stumpfle made it 5-1 in the sixth. Leadoff double by Fritz. Went to third on a sacrifice from Massey and scored on a Kyla Fleischer base hit. And then in the seventh, Susquenita puts it away. Ayanna Fleischer leads off with a double. Beckenbaugh homers to left to make it 8-1. And that was the final. Susquenita out hitting Sharon 9-5. Bundrant doubled and singled for Sharon. That was Maya Bundrant. Maddie Vogan went 2 for 2. And McFan with the RBI hit. On the Susquenita side, it was Ayanna Fleischer with the double. Beckenbaugh homered, doubled, and walked. Stumpfle doubled and singled. Feltenberger with the double. Fritz with the double. And Kyla Fleischer out of the 9 spot went 2 for 3. Ayanna Fleischer gets the win, 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run, 8 strikeouts, and a walk. She goes to 17-0. Maddie Vogan takes the loss, 7 innings, 9 hits, 8 runs, 5 earned, 11 strikeouts, and 2 walks.
Just her second loss of her illustrious 2-year career. I think 44-2 now as a pitcher. And Sharon now will go into the offseason knowing they have to replace their 3 seniors, Claire Bodine, Chloe Pagliarini, and Delaney Bear, the middle part of the infield, and their first baseman. So 3 infielders need to be replaced, and that will be the big key in the next 6 to 8 months for Dave Bodine. Trying to find players to fill those spots won't be easy if they want to get back to this position next season.
A lot of experience and productivity graduating tonight, in fact, for Sharon, as the commencement exercises will be held later tonight at Sharon. Bob, we have 2 post-game awards to hand out. The first of those is the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game, brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel in Sharpsville. Open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. And today we recognize Addie McFan's RBI single in the third. That scored Maddie Vogan, tied the game at 1. And boy, what a freshman year for Addie McFan, and another big hit today.
Yeah, she has a very bright future. The way she hit in the playoffs, moved up the lineup, and no question she'll be a major part of next year's success. You imagine they're going to be successful. Addie McFan will be one of the key players here. I'm guessing she may be about third next year in this team.
Addie McFan, her RBI single that scored Madeline Vogan is the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. And now for what will be our final Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game award for the 2024-2025 academic year. We recognize Sharon third baseman Maya Bundrant. Doubled and singled today, 2 for 3. A great season for her, and she is our final Reinhardt's Player of the Year. She finished a strong season in strong fashion today.
Yeah, freshman, a bright future as well for Maya. This team has a major core coming back for the next couple of years. There's no doubt they will be in the hunt, and Maya will clearly be part of that as well.
The Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game is Maya Bundrant, Sharon third baseman. Like all of our players of the game, she has received a customized T-shirt, courtesy of 2J's and a B, screen printing and gifts in Hermitage. Of course, we also have our Reinhardt's Insurance Student Athlete Scholarship, which was recently presented to Sharpsville.
It was announced.
It was announced, okay.
We have not presented it yet.
But it will be presented to Sharpsville multi-sports standout Macy Steiner. So congratulations to her, the recipient of the Reinhardt's Insurance Student Athlete Scholarship. Bob, a parting thought or two? You're the boss, so I guess we'll go as long as you want.
Well, it's always sad to end a sports season, another sports season, and for the first time, and I have to go back and look, but Mercer County sending no teams to the state finals in fall, winter, or spring. Now, there were some teams that went, but not in the traditional team sports, if you know what I mean. So we thought maybe Sharon would have a shot, and obviously did not happen here today. And hopefully next year we think high expectations again for our Mercer County teams. And this was the first full year that we provided video.
Yes.
For basically almost every one of our broadcasts. And we think we went from, okay last year to much better this year. And we'll do what we can in the next few months to even improve what we're doing on the video side. We know how important it is. We see the numbers. People want to watch. And we appreciate all the support we've had there. And we look forward to coming back again late August for what should be another great football season.
And we'd like to thank our sponsor today for the video, American Legion Post 299 in Sharon. They were with us throughout this great postseason run for the Sharon softball team that unfortunately ends today here at DuBois Heindl Field.
I want to thank a few people. First off, Bill Kelly, our market manager. Also, Ben Slagle, our chief engineer, for all their assistance. James Verrett, also our traffic guy. James Parrish as well for all the dealing with all my headaches throughout the season with these schedules. Sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge. So behind the scenes, we do appreciate all their support. And our announcers, Mark Slazak, Chris Birch, Anthony Romo.
James Dotson filled in a couple times.
James Dotson, Aaron Byra also, our great board operator as well. So another great year.
Art Shannon as well.
Art Shannon as well.
How do you forget the People's Champ?
The People's Champ. I haven't seen the People's Champ in a while, so he turned me down for today, so he got forgotten.
So, Bob, thank you for all your work. You make it, your efforts during the week make it easy for Chris and me, or if Mark is paired with somebody or whatever, makes it easy for us to show up and do the games. We get to do this is the fun part. You do all the stuff that maybe is not as fun, the programming and the ads and so forth, all which are have to have that because, as we say, this is a business. It's not a charity. But thank you, Bob. Thank you for the opportunities throughout fall, winter, spring. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy getting to do it in a county that I grew up in, people that I know. And now people, the kind of my age, and now it's their sons and daughters and nieces and nephews and so forth playing, makes it extra special. And would not be possible without you. So thank you, a very hearty thank you. And also, I know Mark, Chris, everybody else feels the same way.
We appreciate your professionalism, Briggsy. It was great to work with you today, even though it has come to an end.
It's going to end at some point this month, and we made it to June, which is not a bad thing.
That is true.
So for Bob Greenburg, all the great folks here at DuBois, this is Ryan Briggs saying so long from Heindl Field. The PIAA softball quarterfinals. Susquenita defeats Sharon 8-1, and you heard it or watched it on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live. Have a great night, a great weekend, a great summer, and we'll talk to you down the road on your home for high school sports all season long. Sports Radio 96.7.
Sports Radio 96.7. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency, Lock, Stock, and Barrel, Shell Restoration, Warner's Homes and Improvements, St. Paul's in Greenville. UPMC Orthopedic Care is Mercer and Lawrence County's local choice for sports medicine services. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, Attorney Bill Motor, Mercer County State Bank, Mancino's Driving School, Herman's Water, Vay's Pub and Grill, Hermitage Rotary Club. If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail. DK Auto LLC in Grove City. And the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. Honoring our past, expanding our future. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts all season on Sports Radio 96.7.
Thanks for listening. We now return to our regularly scheduled program.